I dropped the mic and she didn't know how to pick it up.
Well, welcome. It's just, we're casual, we're comfy.
I'm feeling these leather pants over here.
Did I wear them on purpose? Yes, I did.
And a puff sleeve?
My ugly leather pants are here for you.
They're fabulous.
Thank you. They're
I'm
not
the
ugly.
whole, no, they're hot. The puff sleeve. I mean, you're really, I'm gonna like jump into this outfit right now.
Wow,
I love it.
so glad that you like it because it's all for you. And then, we have slippers on. You don't even have shoes on.
Nope.
We're ready to talk.
Very comfortable right now.
Well, we're going to get comfy cozy to talk Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Crystal,
Yes.
it's a season.
It is.
And you just filmed the reunion. Describe it in one word.
Exhausting.
Oof.
Exhausting. In all directions. Mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it.
Do you feel any better following the reunion, though? It might be exhausting, but do you feel like you were heard? Do you feel like you got your point across?
Oh, I feel great after the reunion.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay.
Whereas before I would leave, like, the first two, I was like, oh, God, I don't know how that went. Or, like, I don't know if it was resolved. This time I really felt like I got everything out. I was prepared. And, yeah, I was very happy.
Okay, well, how are you and Annemarie? Because, tensions were high a couple episodes ago, but then you did have this medical emergency, which I can't imagine. Terrifying.
It was very scary. And I really am super grateful that she was there for me. And all the girls really were. But she really walked me through it. And, those are the kinds of moments that, really put things in perspective. And are we going to ever be best friends? No. But we found like that was a great place for us to sort of restart.
Okay. Because what is it about her? I feel like you kind of were a little bit quiet this season. Yeah. And then when she came on and when she was saying the things that she was saying, you were really activated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I see that word a lot. I hold things in. I don't really feel like I need to get involved in too much drama, despite what the show is. But, when we reached the point where she accused me of accusing Sutton of having an ED, that to me was like too far because not only do I suffer from one that I've been open about it, but accusing someone of covering up her own medical condition, I felt like I had to speak up, not only for myself, but for my friend. And so that's really where things got very real for me. And then I really understood why Sutton was so upset. Because she would call me like, why is she talking about my medical stuff? I'm like, oh, I actually was, I don't know if I was dismissive. I just didn't understand how much pain she was in. And then when it was happening to me, then I really felt like I had to defend both of us.
Right.
So that's really where it came from.
And then the accusations didn't stop there.
Yeah.
She also accused.
She likes to accuse. She was, she's an accuser.
Yeah. Well, she did say that you told her that you thought the women were unintelligent.
Yes. Uneducated.
I can't even say it.
Shallow.
Yes.
And that they're all fake socialites. Which they are. They're all fake.
Of course.
Socialite.
Come on. We're on the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Yeah.
Yes.
I look, it's like she's going to keep going. She was mad, obviously, that I called her out. And, I told her when I met her, she watches the show. She's a fan, and she was like super interested of like, do you guys hang out? And she had all these questions, and she goes, are the fights real? I'm sure you hear that all the time. And I said, yeah, but I said the fights are really dumb. They're stupid fights, such as fighting over someone's esophagus.
Stupid.
Yeah, really stupid. And I think she kind of watched the show knowing sort of my character arc and all that stuff like that. So it was sort of an easy play. And when you see me like when she says relevant, I'm like, it's really hard to respond to someone who's like kind of acting like a fan. The relevant, how do you make someone relevant within a group on TV? You can.
Right. It's also kind of like breaking the fourth wall,
it's all
which
fourth
we
wall
don't
stuff.
need.
Correct.
We saw that in Salt Lake City, and that obviously did not.
It doesn't work.
It didn't work.
And I don't know how to engage with people when the fourth wall's broken. I actually stumble because I'm like, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, what is reality?
So I just get really quiet in that moment. But it's some people come in planned, and I'll just have to respond to what what comes at me. So
we did see a flashback, though.
yeah.
And you made a little bit of a comment.
I did. No, these women are quite savvy, but they're clearly not highly educated. Yeah, I said these girls are savvy, but not highly educated, or some of them. So that's why I think she was referring to that. And can I be snarky? Yes, like that's what we do. Right. But I certainly didn't say it to her. That's why I said I wouldn't say that to you. That's why I didn't know how to handle the fourth wall problem in that moment. But, you know, I certainly don't hide my feelings that I think this group's conversations are shallow. Like, I don't engage with them. So if it's stupid, it's
stupid. You don't need to waste your time doing that. Dorit did have a clapback, though.
Yep.
Called you a child bride.
Yeah.
By the way, child bride. While you were busy getting married at 12, the rest of us were building businesses, graduating college, doing things, you know, to educate ourselves.
I can't imagine that was great hearing.
No, it wasn't. I think, like I said, I think it's okay to clap back on this show. That's what we do. I just felt like it was a loaded comment directed at me because half the girls got married younger than me, and other girls married men with a wider age range. So why that was directed at me seems there's been a pattern, and so that wasn't cool.
You did later then take to Instagram, and I have to look at this because I wrote it down. You said, keys to a successful marriage: set aside quality time together, yes. Express love and appreciation, yes. Manage conflict constructively,
yes.
And don't borrow diamond necklaces for your wife.
Yes, I stand by that.
A mic drop.
Look, you know what? Like I said, we can clap back, but like, don't bring Minkoff into it. Like, he's like, Rob's the best. He's hip hop Rob.
Yeah.
And so like, don't touch my husband. Like, and I've been really clear, like, you know, you never really see me ever talk about Kyle's marriage. Like, I am protective of marriage, protective of the husbands. Like, that is not somewhere I go. So clap back at me about education. You can call me stupid. You can call me whatever you want.
Right.
But when you say child bride, you're actually insulting Rob. And Rob and I have been together for 20 years together. We went to college, we've graduated, we've built businesses, and like, so that was unnecessary to bring him like in that, like, come for me, don't come for Rob. Like, that's not okay. So I'm like, then I'm gonna clap back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna clap back with truth.
And it was good. It was so good. I would imagine Dorit maybe had some words about that at the reunion.
She did not have any response to this. Because I think that she, you know, I dropped the mic and she didn't know how to pick it up.
And it did happen. Yes. She rent the necklaces.
And by the way, it was a confessional. It wasn't in time.
Totally.
So she had time to think about it. She chose to say that it was done with intention. And so I always accept clapbacks, but don't talk about Rob Minkoff.
I agree.
By the way, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, full name. Don't talk about Rob.
Don't talk about Rob Minkoff. Please.
Don't talk about Rob.
Do not. I love it. But, okay, speaking of reunion, and you did just bring up Kyle, you know, Erika on Watch What Happens Live a couple weeks ago told Andy that he needs to go after, not after, but what was the word? It was
eviscerate.
Which is a word. That's like
That's bigger than go after.
That is bigger than go after.
Yeah.
I was surprised when Erika said that because
I was too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because they're friends.
Right.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I actually saw Kyle like the day after. I happened to see her, and we talked about it, and you'll see sort of the response at their reunion. But look, Erika is Erika, and nothing that comes out of her mouth surprises me. So, you know, but she did have a rough 2 years.
She did.
Yeah, but I don't know if wanting your friend to experience that too is like the right move. That wouldn't come from me.
Right. Did he go after Kyle at the reunion?
There was a lot of questions.
And
she answered a lot of questions, so.
And we did see her sister Kathy show up, which I know you're close with Kathy.
Yes.
How were you surprised? Did you know that was coming?
It was a surprise to everyone,
but
I knew. Am I in trouble? Is she in trouble? Okay.
Guys, for the people listening and watching, she's looking at the rep behind going, am I allowed to say that?
I only found out very late night before.
Okay.
Kathy likes to call people like deep REM sleep.
I could see that.
Yes. Like, I'm like, I have to be on set at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
She's like, anyways, so, but.
I've had randomly, like, Kathy does not follow me whatsoever, but I've had, like, a notification at, like, 3 a.m. Kathy Hilton, like, liking my photo, and I'm like,
wait, I met you at her house, didn't I?
Well, yeah, but it was, like, for press, like, it was something it was nothing to do with Kathy, and I was like, wow,
No, that's Kathy.
That's Kathy.
Yeah, that's Kathy.
That's Kathy. We did hear that her and Kyle did kind of have, like, this heart-to-heart at the reunion.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, look, the last time you saw Kathy... By the way, this is so incredibly comfortable. I don't even know what's...
Right?
I'm very happy right now. But the last time, the audience who watches this show saw Kathy, it was at the last reunion, and it obviously ended terribly, and it was just very emotional and sad for them. Yeah. For us to watch as friends. And so it was really nice that she came, and, there's still up and downs in their relationship.
Do you think she would come back?
I think she would.
Yeah.
I do. I don't think she could come back and film as much. She has grandbabies and she has, Paris and Love. She has a lot of stuff going on, right. But I think she would welcome it for sure. She had fun.
I don't know. Like, do we think Kyle would want her to come back?
I don't see why not. I mean, they're in a good relation. They're in a good place right now. So I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I've loved, like, knowing more about your brother and seeing that dynamic. Is there an update on him? Because did he end up moving?
He's in Asia now.
Okay.
Yeah. He just bought another place in LA, but he's very nomadic.
Okay.
Jeff's a nomadic kind of guy. But he's in Malaysia and he just got to Singapore. He's going to Malaysia this week. He has a new girlfriend who's lovely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, lovely. And that's all I'm going to say because that has nothing to do with me.
I was going to say, are you going to take a little step back maybe in this relationship? Okay.
Massively.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's also like, it's your brother.
It's my brother, but you know what? He's my best friend. I trust him.
Yeah.
I trust his decisions. And so and at the end of the day, it's not my marriage.
Right.
But luckily I do like her. So
no, that's great. No, sometimes I'm very close with my brother and sometimes I'm like, oh, no, I need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Like,
but I talk about it with but I talk about him and Rob, like,
right.
But like Jeff, like if you didn't like Rob, that you wouldn't want me to be with him because that affects, like, you want to protect me. Like if you see a red flag, like you would say something. He's like, I know. Like he gets why.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more intense than my brother in that way. So I need to like express.
You're the older sister, right?
No, I'm younger. Oh. By a year. Okay. Yeah, a year and a half. So that's where it's, but in Asian culture, it's like, yes, he's an older brother and that's like a big deal, but he's the single one. So it's like, it goes like, so I'm married. And it's like, who's next? And it's like, and it includes all the cousins and everybody. So it's like, who's the target of the aunties and uncles right now? And so, but I want the best for him.
Totally.
That's all. That's where it comes from.
Totally. Well, this is your third season, right?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I was like, oh, it's second season. I was like, wait, no. This is 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Looking back, is there one thing that you wish you knew going in?
I wish I didn't take the first years actually so seriously. I wish because now I watch it back. I used to it was so painful. And now I watch it back, I kind of laugh. I laugh at leather pants. I laugh at all those things, which felt so like heavy to me. I don't know why. So I've taken that, learning lesson into the season this year of like, whatever's happening that feels so negative, you're going to laugh about it later. So try not to take it too seriously. So and I actually have taken that approach in my real life. It's like it all, this too shall pass.
Right.
And you actually might look back on it and maybe enjoy it or learn something from it. So that's how I think about it.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you kind of wish, though, that maybe you were a little more outspoken this season?
In the beginning, I saw myself thinking about things and not saying it. So yeah, I would say yeah. Like if I had to check myself and what my growth of the season would be for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also like be careful.
Also, because then it's like, do you really want? It's kind of nice to like sit back and let everything else play out, and you're like, I don't want anything to do with that.
Right. I'll always sort of, that will always be my personality, is sit back and watch. But I do know that my voice matters and my opinion matters, and I do think my opinion a lot of people share, so I'm gonna be more vocal.
No, I feel like every time you have a confessional and you say something, I'm like, yes, Crystal, this is what we're all thinking, but we needed you to say it. And I would imagine sometimes with the group, though, it's like you guys do have really big, like everyone has a big personality.
Yeah.
And then you do have Annemarie coming in and also really trying to have a big personality.
Yeah. There's personalities in the group that they really love to hear themselves talk.
Yeah.
And that's not just this group, but like in the world, right? There's just people who just need to hear themselves. They need to validate themselves almost. I'm not that way. So I'm someone like, oh, I know my opinion, I'm good. And like, they need to talk, let them. But I realize watching it back that doesn't serve me. So, and also doesn't allow other people to get to know me in the group.
Right.
So I'm happy to be more vocal.
Okay, so maybe next season too, we're just gonna.
It's like, tell Crystal to shut up.
Because you'll want to come back, right? You know?
Yeah, I would love to come back.
That was a weird way I just said that. You don't want to come back, right? No, I mean, we need you to come back. I feel like this season was great, but we need to,
I'm ready.
Going. Yeah, you're ready. Yeah. You're feeling good after. I could tell that you're feeling great after the reunion.
I feel great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
This was fun. Guys, this was really fun. If you're just listening to it, we're on a couch. We're like
I'm
very
way
back.
too relaxed right now.
You didn't say anything crazy, though. So it's good. Sometimes if you're relaxed, you're like, oh my God, I just.
Well, that's my thing. Sometimes I'm like, before it was like so uptight. Like, I'm like, what if I say something? I'm like, and now even if I do, like, it's really not that big of a deal.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't really care because I know where my heart is. I know like where I'm coming from, and it's like honest, and it's from a good place. So I'm like, whatever. Like, it's not gonna be that bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
No.